Hey everybody, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Thought I'd start off the week with some fun Wells news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big developments, you guys. So he started daycare early in July, and it was like a month of every day me dropping him off, and he would just be in tears, like super sad, and it made me sad. I'm like, oh man, like I know he was having fun and he was enjoying it, but I'm like, oh bye buddy. Huge, did not cry toward the end of last week when I was dropping him
Good
off.
news?
Yeah, huge news. And he's starting to learn to army crawl a little bit forward.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's fun. Yeah, we're in between 9 and 10 months old now, so he's really starting to make some big strides, which is fun to see. But yeah, he army crawled toward only objects that he's like really interested in will inspire him to move forward a lot.
Sure.
And it's always the dog water bowl. I'm sure a lot of parents can relate to that, but he sees it and he's like, ooh, let me.
Does he want to drink out of it, or like what is he?
I think he's just absolutely infatuated by the fact that there's like water in there because he loves bath time. He loves his swimming lessons that we did. So yeah, anything with water, he's gonna army crawl towards. So yeah, fun weekend.
It's especially at his level too, you know? It's like the perfect level for crawling.
Yeah.
And he probably sees his friends, Harry and CJ, drinking out of it all the time. So he's like, hey, maybe I should be over there by that.
Right? Are there different levels of baby proofing that you have to do? Because once they start walking and stuff, they can reach all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research now because we're gonna have to like cover our outlets, I'm sure, and like you know, some of our furniture has pokey little. Oh, he's a big cabinet guy. Loves a cabinet. So. A lot of work to do at home. Well, McDonald's fans out there, guess what? They're making Happy Meals for adults. The meal features a new limited edition Mount McDonald Land Shake. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Mount McDonald Land Shake? Cool. It also comes with your choice of a quarter pounder with cheese or a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, world famous French fries, and even a first of its kind collectible souvenir that's sure to unlock some of your core memories. Okay. It sounds like they're going to start that menu tomorrow. I loved getting the toy.
Yes, all the time.
That was a blast. So we're gonna get a toy? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, I love that.
Sounds like it.
I love it.
I think the current toys at McDonald's too, for the kids out there, are like many things that you'd find at McDonald's. And I know a lot of people have been enjoying that lately, like adults finding joy out of like having smaller things of real life things.
Yeah.
You know people like that? Yeah.
Kind of cute, adorable. I want a Busch Light coming in my way from McDonald's. Maybe not through the drive-thru, but sitting down inside, you know?
Hunter opens his Happy Meal box.
Got a nice can. Oh, what's going on, everybody?
Gonna have to talk to their city about liquor licenses.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work out too well. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Minnesotans are turning trash into energy. A proposal gets beautifully carved into a corn maze, and a man has a guitar you can almost see from space. This is right up my alley right there. I love that. That's cool.
Rockin' backyard.
Woo!
How about that? Well, hey, how about this? Minnesota's first mirror cabin is going to debut this fall, set to be ready for guests by next month. This property here will offer complete privacy and a private beach on a beautiful lake. It is about 10 minutes to Crosby, Minnesota, and all that it has to offer in that area. It's also being built by the Cayuga Cabin Collection.
Oh, I thought there were mirrors on the inside, but there's not mirrors on the inside. I'm like, I don't want to see myself that much.
That would be even creepier.
Right.
Mirrors on the outside and mirrors on the inside.
Some might think I got a big head, but I don't have that big of a head where I want to just look at myself all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
You guys want to know a fun fact about the people behind that project? She used to intern here.
Really?
Yeah, when I was an intern back in the day. So super cool.
I didn't know that.
She advanced on to, become a reporter in, I think she was in Rochester, and then eventually she was at KARE 11. I think she did some freelance work eventually, and then now she and her husband have made it this beautiful stretch of cabins. So super cool. Yeah. It's been on my list to check out. Obviously this one being brand new is so cool, but they have a ton of other cabins that are ready to go and everything.
That's
so they're just
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you imagine probably some wildlife out there might walk up to the cabin and be like, who's that friend?
Like charging it maybe or something? Hopefully they don't break any glass or anything.
Right, that would be crazy.
Costs a lot of Windex, too, if you own that cabin.
Yep.
Well, this next one comes to us courtesy of executive producer Ben Reed. Briggs, you might want to shield your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Non-game biologists in southeast Minnesota have spotted this den of timber rattlesnakes while out in the field conducting surveys. A rare species here in Minnesota, and although they are a venomous snake, timber rattlesnakes are generally docile. So if you encounter one, simply just leave it alone and count yourself lucky because they are a rare sight.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing in Minnesota at all.
Same.
So to hear that it's a rare sight just scares me a little bit. I'm sure it scares you, Briggs.
I don't know what I would do if I stumbled upon
Yeah.
that. I think I would pass out on the spot. I think those snakes you were saying are relatively safe, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I would absolutely be gone.
Sorry
Can't do
to Rochester and other cities in southeast
Yeah.
Minnesota. Briggs will not be visiting.
No.
Those were big snakes.
Yeah.
Huge.
I don't know.
And also I have to learn new words. Docile? I don't think I've ever heard that word in my life. What does that mean?
It means they're like calm and
Yeah.
like gentle, and they're not
Oh,
gonna
sure.
like charge you or something.
Okay, I should read more.
Does. Oh, man. Casting is now open for dogs who want to be the next Air Bud, you guys. Cineverse and Air Bud Entertainment announced Air Bud Returns, which is the 15th installment of that long-running film franchise, and it's scheduled to come out next year. However, they need a new golden retriever to play the title role. So dog owners who think their best friend can be the next Air Bud can sign up at returns.airbud.com. Yeah. The first Air Bud movie came out in 1997. Here's my question. Does it have to be a golden retriever? Can I enter
Ooh.
Harry or CJ?
I don't see why not.
golden
You know,
retrievers, yeah.
All they can tell you is no. You
Yeah, I was
know?
going to say, you could submit, and then maybe they say, okay, maybe we're going to change the movie a little
Yeah.
bit. Maybe Air Bud has a friend named Harry.
True. Hair
Change it
Bud.
up. I love seeing Hair Bud would be a good one. I love seeing those videos on social media of like you're a father on your kid's on the other team of Air Bud, and you're driving home upset because your kid lost to a dog.
What are you doing, kid?
Yeah, but those movies were great growing up. I
Oh,
loved
so
the Air
good.
Bud movies.
I
Yeah.
never watched them. Are they good?
They're very good.
And they play basketball? Is that
The
what it is?
basketball one's good.
okay.
I know there's like
Different
snow
sports.
Christmas puppy ones now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's really branched out. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Good series, good franchise.
The universe.
Have to wait for the next one. Well, coming up, a Minnesota group is turning food scraps into fuel.
Welcome back, everybody. A Central Ohio couple is newly engaged thanks to an amazing proposal. Circle S Farm in Grove City just released this year's corn maze design, and a look from above shows the 13-acre field spells out, "Will you marry me, Caroline?" It was planted by Tim, who is one of the farmers there. He took a flight above the field with his then girlfriend. He then proposed in the sky and got down on one knee when they were back on the ground. Luckily, Caroline said yes, and the corn maze opens in the fall for everyone else to check out. But yeah, the amount of work that went into this, if she
Yeah.
would have said no,
Right?
that would have been so
She almost
sad.
has to say yes, right? After that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, you could just mow over the Caroline part and then save it for maybe somebody else who wants to propose.
Or if you're a guy who has another girlfriend named Caroline, take her there and be like,
True.
I made this for you.
There we go.
I
There we go.
arranged this.
Yes.
And then just hopefully make sure she doesn't see the news article
Right.
that comes out later.
Always great to start your engagement on a lie.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's what it's all about. Just
I
a
love you,
series of
Caroline.
lies.
Yeah, it's communication and lies.
Yep. That's
So
beautiful.
funny.
Here in Minnesota, there's a company that plans to break ground on a project which will turn food waste into fuel.
Yeah, Caroline Cummings explains how it can take thousands of tons of trash and turn it into a clean energy treasure.
Hundreds of thousands of tons of trash moves through the Ramsey Washington Recycling and Energy Center each year. But the goal is to keep as much of it as possible away from the landfill.
We have programs to help people upstream, but also we're looking at what can we pull out of the waste stream.
24% of what households throw away in the trash is food waste. That's more than any other single material that ends up in a landfill. If it rots there, it decays and emits methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. It's why this Newport, Minnesota facility hopes an ambitious new project will cut down on the impact on our climate.
And that's a really exciting concept to us, to take something that would otherwise sit in a landfill and get a beneficial use out of it.
This is the site of a future $100 million project to turn food waste into renewable energy through a process known as anaerobic digestion. Demcon Companies in Shakopee is taking it on in partnership with Ramsey Washington Recycling and Energy and others.
Reduces emissions by 30,000 tons of CO2e per year and 900,000 tons over the 30-year life of the facility.
To see just how anaerobic digestion works, we traveled an hour south to Le Sueur, where they've been putting it into practice for a decade.
We saw the opportunity with all the feedstocks that were in the community. We saw the need and the importance of reducing overall carbon emissions from electricity. And we wanted to really prove up that concept.
Steve Grove, asset manager with Hometown Bioenergy, says they have proven the concept. Local farmers bring them leftover animal feed like this corn silage, and then they give it a new purpose.
We fit into the natural life cycle of the agricultural community. All these products, these processes already exist, right? We've inserted ourselves into the middle of it and have been able to extract energy out of it.
Instead of food waste languishing in a landfill, bacteria breaks down organic waste in a large airtight container like this one. It starts here.
The plant will, on average, process over 100,000 tons of feedstock every year.
Wow.
Those several tons of nearby farm waste end up in one of these tanks to get just the right recipe.
Kind of like more like a hot tub temperature, actually. I wouldn't recommend taking a hot tub in it.
Before traveling to this digester when the biological process begins. The byproduct, roughly a month later, biogas. What's produced here, enough to power about 3,000 homes every year.
The amount of carbon that would have been emitted from all these products, we're able to bring those down to less than zero. So in some ways, we're better than carbon-free.
Biogas is roughly 60% methane and 40% carbon dioxide, but a purification process can transform biogas into renewable natural gas, which can be used as fuel.
So anaerobic digestion has so many environmental benefits.
Bo Hugh, professor at the University of Minnesota, studies bioprocess development. Europe has been leading the way with anaerobic digestion, but he says Minnesota's robust agriculture production primes it for expanding the process here. And the legislature approved a law providing a framework for utilities to reduce greenhouse gas emissions this way.
So we are actually very pioneering among other states in terms of renewable natural gas development.
DemCon and Ramsey Washington Recycling and Energy hope to be among the first to blaze that trail.
It's overall a winning situation and a really great example of the amazing things that we can do with a pile of garbage.
Caroline Cummings, WCCO News.
I love the creativity and the science behind everything. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. And if we can make that work, let's do it. I'm a big fan.
No kidding.
Turn trash into treasure.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun day on the job too for Caroline.
Yeah. A bunch of trash.
Might have to burn those clothes.
Yeah.
Produce that into energy. Well, hey, how about this? Get your coupons ready. That's because Bed Bath & Beyond making a comeback, allegedly. They just opened their first brick and mortar store since 2023 after they filed for bankruptcy. Now the new store opens in Nashville under the new name Bed Bath & Beyond Home. Now the owning company that owns the brand says they will be honoring those legacy coupons that you may have had with Bed Bath & Beyond. So you have to travel down to Tennessee and redeem them, hopefully.
Yeah, this story has also outed Ryan that he's someone who says coupons. I say coupons. I don't know about you.
Are you envelope
I got
too?
a coupon. I do it both times. It depends how the sentence is going.
Okay.
You know?
I'm a coupon guy from
Rolls off the
very
tongue.
As
Minnesota.
well, yeah. Coming up, a pool in Michigan is using AI lifeguards.
Welcome back. A Minnesota man has created a tribute to rock guitarist you can see from an airplane. Here's John Lordson.
All right, here we go. About 40 yards?
On his 5-acre property in Blaine, Eric Lund has plenty of space
That's better.
to fine-tune his golf game and his guitar game.
That one I bought out of California, and that is a 2550, a collector's edition gig.
He's had a love for music his entire life. In the big hair band days of the 80s, Eric was a drummer and a lead singer for a band called Bad Credit, which was a shout-out to their credit scores at the time.
Yeah, I was blessed with good hair, so I bleached it white and we rocked.
But his favorite guitar is one that doesn't make a sound. Wanting to pay tribute to rock and rollers who inspired him, like Jimmy Page and Randy Rhoads, Eric got the idea to build a work of art in his backyard.
I just thought, I've always wanted to do something weird like that, and why not?
He used his Les Paul guitar as a template, laid out a design on his lawn, then dug it up and had concrete poured into the shape of his 6-string. He added a heavy metal fire pit where the guitar pickups would be. The concrete guitar is 22 feet wide and 72 feet long, making it easy to see from the sky, especially with an airport just a few miles away. And that's noteworthy, because an aerial image of the guitar showed up on Zillow and then on the Facebook page Quirky Minnesota, where it's gotten nearly 2,000 likes. People love the mystery and mystique, with some speculating that Bob Dylan lived there.
After I made a couple of comments on that saying, oh yeah, it doesn't really belong to anybody famous, so just,
Well, unless you consider the lead singer of the band Bad Credit not famous.
The neighbors don't even know it's here.
Eric was never seeking attention for this, but if the view from up top gets people thinking about rock and roll, then he knows he struck the right chords.
It is different, and if somebody does see it, they're kind of going to go, wow, that's different. It's just for the musicians, for the guys that spend all that time doing that, and the ones that are ultra talented, you know.
Very cool. Meanwhile, summer pool season is in full swing, and there's a new tool to improve safety. Bradley Blackburn shows us how.
This YMCA in Ann Arbor, Michigan, their pool is the first in the country to be guarded by unblinking intelligent eyes.
It's been fantastic. We love it.
CEO James Highsmith partnered with a company called Linksight to use artificial intelligence to monitor their 6 closed-circuit camera feeds of the pool.
From the moment a swimmer sets foot in the water, our algorithm locks in.
Ayal Amit is the founder of the Tel Aviv-based company that's operating in more than a dozen countries around the globe.
It could pick up very subtle behaviors that may look like someone is just playing around or having fun, but in fact they're really struggling.
He says the technology is actually faster than human eyes, and the system can independently track all the people in the pool at once. Watch here, the red box lights up when the AI detects a swimmer at risk. Here it pinpoints a lap swimmer under for too long and eventually rescued. In these situations, a notification is immediately sent to the lifeguards on duty.
Our lifeguards are currently wearing a smartwatch. Looks just like this. What it's going to do is give them a quick real-time photo of the area of the pool where the incident is occurring.
James, is there any doubt in your mind that this technology will be key moving forward?
No, I see this as just the next step.
An AI system that can watch and warn so human rescuers can dive in. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Welcome back, everybody. Coming up tomorrow here on Northern Life, I'll be down in Esco for this week's Blindfold. I'll be visiting the Leaning Barn Farm as we get the chance to pick some blueberries right off the blueberry bush. It's a perfect activity for the family, too, and we're so excited to share their beautiful space when we see you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was a toasty day out there, but a whole lot of fun and obviously delicious blueberries, too.
Yeah, I think late July, early August, I think is the right prime time to pick blueberries.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks out there probably getting after it as well. So cool that you got to take part.
Yeah, one of the cutest dogs to have ever seen.
Oh, really?
The Leaning Barn Farm. Yeah.
Cute. All right, can't wait to see that one. We also have a cool viewer photo to share before we go. We got this one on our Northern Life text line with the captions, "The aliens have arrived." It shows a lenticular cloud above Northwest Outlet in Superior. Lenticular cloud, huh, Hunter?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's really neat.
They're pretty rare to see without a mountain range. Usually mountains are what cause those, but it means very turbulent air, and that's what we saw on Friday. So definitely a very cool sight. I've never personally seen one, but we got a lot of photos of that lenticular cloud coming in. So
It almost
very,
kind of
very
looks
cool.
like my Dairy Queen ice cream.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Little swirl.
Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Oh, not the dinosaur one.
Oh, I was like, why are we bringing that up again?
With the coupons.
There we go.
We love you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.